everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Dr. Rich. My name is Dr. Rich.
And it's your boy Ramos.
Yes, and today we will be discussing how to deal with difficult people. You know, in our lives, we all have people in our lives who we unfortunately have to deal with who can be a little difficult, whether it's at work, whether it's at home. It could be your boss, it could be your colleague, it could be
your cousin.
Right? It could be your sibling, your parent, whoever it is. It could also be a student, teacher, it could be a professor. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, sometimes we want to run from those people or we want to, you know, avoid them at all costs. But sometimes, you know, we can't avoid them, especially if we're at work, you know, because we're at work majority of our time, like 8 hours out the day. So we want to make our work lives or our school, wherever you're at, majority of your time, right? Home, even if you're at home and it's not peaceful, you know, you want to try to make your place where you're at peaceful wherever you may go. Because if you're spending most of your time there, you want to have a good vibe, good environment, good people. And, you know, the Bible also teaches us to, if it's possible, to live at peace with all men and all women, all people. So we want to try to do that. So we're just going to give you some tips on things that we learned in our lives about dealing with difficult people, as well as we're still working on it. I know I'm still a work in progress.
I am too.
I'm always learning something
daily.
new. Yes. At work, at home, and always seeking advice on how to deal with situations and difficult people a little bit better. Or it could be patience too that you have to deal with. So clearly, you know, you can deal with difficult people. So yeah, number one, you want to make sure you listen to the person. So if it's at a point where, you know, it's been some miscommunication, maybe you can start a dialogue with them, talk to them, listen to them, but don't listen to respond, listen to listen. Listen to not to just talk back to them and over talk them. Don't do that. Don't scream, don't yell. Just listen to see what they have to say, because it may surprise you, the things that they bring up, and maybe bring some things to your attention that maybe you didn't know that you were doing or something like that.
Yeah, I would say also, you know, in that same vein, it would be having a clear understanding.
Yeah.
When you walk into anything, if you have a clear understanding and not a cloudy understanding, let me explain that. See, when you have a cloudy understanding, that's when you can only really just see your own side. Yeah. You see your own side, and you're like, hey, well, I'm just going to just focus on what I want. And that's it. Like, that's what you're saying. It's not responding. Just not listening to respond, but listening to truly get a clear understanding of what the person is trying to convey. Yeah. And so that y'all can figure out a solution to, you know, fix the issue or the problem.
Yes, and try not to personalize everything, you know, because sometimes at work, I know I've seen it, and I've done it, where I've seen people respond in a certain way, and I may think it's towards me, and then I have to take a step back and be like, well, maybe, you know, and I've talked to other people, my family and trusted friends, and they tell me, well, Rich, you know, maybe, you know, it's not you, but maybe it's something the person's dealing with, because sometimes they can have their own personal hang-ups, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you, and you have to learn how to just kind of step back from the situation and not personalize it. Like if someone's being rude or if someone's doing something that you don't like or particularly care for, and it's not harming you, keep it moving. Like, just don't personalize it. Be yourself. You know, like one of our friends once told us, like, be the thermostat at work. You know, control the temperature, control the environment. Don't be the person that, you know, what, they come at me, I'm gonna come at them. If they do this, I'm gonna do that. So, it's like, no, don't be like that. Try not to personalize things. That's what I'm trying to say.
So so basically what you're saying is take yourself out of it.
Yes.
You know, take yourself out of it and get back to truly focus on what is the issue and the problem.
Yeah.
And I think
stay to the facts.
Yeah. See, I was gonna say that. I think that's a big key. I think if you stay focused on whatever's going on, and like you're saying, don't personalize it. Don't look at the little, the various demeanors that they have, or even your own demeanor. Just say, hey, you know what? We're here to do a job. Let's get the job done. Let's focus on that, and everything else will take care of itself.
Yes.
We just focus on getting the job done.
I love that. So you want to listen. You want to make sure you're not personalizing things. And what's something else? You want to also make sure that if it is to the point where it's escalating, you know, definitely keep a record of it. If it's at work or something like that, you want to, you know, keep a little notebook, write down what happened, keep the date and time, so that you can keep a record. And if y'all are called into a meeting or something like that, you're able to let everyone know what happened. So definitely do that. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point, but you always want to protect yourself and always make sure that you're documenting things that need to be documented.
I'll also say don't have a fixed mindset. You know, don't sit there and just assume off the bat if you and the person may have a difficult relationship or you're dealing with a difficult person. Don't already come in with the mindset that the person's going to be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I know every time I see you, you're going to say the same. You hating. Hold on now. Okay, hey, now they're a hater, you know, it is. But what you got to do is you have to say, number one, you know what? Let me have an open mindset.
Yeah.
Let me come in with a clear slate, and let me figure out what we need to do to get the job done.
Yeah.
Right? But if you sit there and you hold on to the past and like, man, you know what? You were difficult. Yesterday you were difficult. May 25th, 1972. Guess what? You're difficult.
It is 2018.
Slow down, slow your roll. Let's figure it out. Let's try to work it out.
I like that, right? And the Bible talks about that, being slow to speak, quick to hear, slow to anger, and quick to overlook an offense. Quick to overlook an offense. Like, don't be so, like Rylan was saying, keep an open mind. If someone did something offensive to you, let that mess go, y'all. Like, cause it's not worth it. If it's not, like, you only, like, my dad, he once told me, he was like, Rich, only fight the battles that you have to fight. Or fight or battles that you know you can win. So everything else, if it's unnecessary, don't worry about it. Don't waste your time, your effort, and your energy. Y'all, we have so many more things to accomplish in this world, in our lives, that we want to do personally and professionally, to worry about little things that are irrelevant in our lives. Like, so don't let a difficult person or a difficult situation keep you from
reaching your destination. I'm like, no, whatever God's purpose or destination He has for you, don't let little small distractions take you off that path. You continue, hurdle them things. No, hey, what did it say? Heisman, you know what I'm saying? Duck, dodge,
do what you
roll over.
And most of the time with difficult people, God is teaching us something with them. Either it's something with our, that's your patience. It can be something personally that we need to learn to develop, or maybe we need to be humbled a little bit. I don't know. I hate dealing with difficult people. Hate is such a strong word, but I really don't like dealing with difficult people. But when I do, I realize that either I need to change myself or I need to learn something from this. And I'm like, God, just show me what you want me to learn from this person. And realize that, and don't think of it as an attack, but just know that when God is on your side, that He put this person here for a reason. And it's not to put you down or to cause you to be not successful. It's usually to build you up and make you more successful.
Well, I was gonna say this, Dr. Rich. That's a wonderful what you just said. I was gonna say that when I'm dealing with difficult people, I always focus on the good.
You do.
I try to find as much good as I can in that person. Even if it's a smidget, I will bounce on that smidget until it becomes a smidget. You feel me? I'm gonna keep doing it until it spread out and until it grows to the point where only person can be like, man, I don't like that dude, but guess what? He is sweet. Boy, it's so sweet, give me a cavity. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I do. I will focus on the good. Don't worry about the bad. At the end of the day, you get more with sugar than you would ever get with,
vinegar.
So, I'm just, in my mind, focus on the good. And, I'm big on compliments. If I'm dealing with a difficult person, I start off with, hey, beautiful. You be like, hold on, man, I'm a man. You know how I mean. You have a beautiful mind. You know what I'm saying? I start with that.
Compliments are big.
That's it. Compliments are big. You sit there, because what it does, it takes away the ammunition. And it's opened the door of peace and love. Yeah. Because I'm being totally honest with you. If somebody give me a compliment off the rip, and you my best friend, if you come and say, look at this white teeth, I'm like, boy, let me smile some more. Hey.
I was like, you look so good today. I love your outfit. You're always smiling. And I know that when you like Ronald said, when you take away that ammunition from people, they can't even people, if there are other people in the room, they'll be like, man, you were kind of whack the way you did Ryan or Richland. They would just be nice to you. They'll even check them, So and God will have other people fight your battles as long as we're doing the right thing. Now, if you being mean and nasty to that person, God is not gonna bless that, man. So don't do it, y'all.
Now, I was saying this. Make sure that your compliments are actually authentic. Don't be just gassing people. And and
make sure they're appropriate, because you don't want any harassment type thing.
You don't want them.
You don't want that.
Girl, you fine today and yesterday.
No, we don't need those problems. Slow down. If you just say, I like your outfit, or that's a nice shirt, that's a nice tie, or I like your hair, something real, keep it general and basic. Your
pearls are beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like your shirt.
See, once I said you smile, you can't help it. But dang, man, you know what? I like you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another way to win them over. Sometimes you have to work to win people over, and sometimes I really don't like that, because I'm like, why do I have to work to win you over? But why not? God wants us to live at peace with people.
I was gonna say that.
Whatever.
I think about this.
Win them over.
Jesus Christ was walking on this earth, and He knew people were about to backstab Him. He was still like, man, wash your feet. What?
Yeah.
Come on, man. If you get that humbling, you wash somebody's feet that about to stab you in your back.
And you're the creator.
Yeah, like you're God on earth, and you just sitting here talking about. I been back in my head and say, man, look, he about to try to crucify me.
He gonna
come on, brother. I'm give you a hug. I'm still greet him with a friendly kiss. Yeah. Guess what? I ain't gonna kiss you. but I will give you a compliment.
Yeah.
If you see me in the street, best believe a compliment is coming to you.
Same here.
I'm going to.
I love that, Rylan. And also, we want to also make sure that we're not judging them too quickly, judging people that are kind of difficult too quickly, because we don't know what's going on in their personal lives sometimes. And if it's at home or if it's a friend and a family member, you may not know what they're dealing with personally. You know, people don't always voice the things that's going on inside their head, or, you know, their emotions and things. So we want to make sure we're just trying to be kind, loving, compassionate to people, because we never really know what they're going through. And I've learned that sometimes too. Like when someone's been difficult, it's usually something going on in their lives that could be affecting their attitude and cause them to be kind of mean and disrespectful. So try to be loving and compassionate with people and understanding.
And I was gonna say, in that same vein, build relationships. Now, when you build relationships with people, especially difficult people, then you know what? A lot of the difficulty goes out the window. You get blown out, because now you're starting to understand where they're coming from. Because some people are difficult because that's just how they were, their upbringing, how they work, how they were raised. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to do, we have to build relationships with everyone, because that's how we are influencers for Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just sitting there, if you're that one person just in the back of the room just looking mean at everybody, I'm about to say, like you ate a sour persimmon. Persimmon? A persimmon? Or a lemon or something, you know? At the end of the day, you have to build relationships. Building relationships are key. And if you build relationships, now I'm not saying, don't let everybody in the inner circle. I'm not saying that. No. What I am saying, it's okay to build relationships and get to know people.
And build a rapport. Like I know my dad has had to tell me that at work. Like sometimes people just want to get to know you, and you may be thinking one way, and then, you know, even if you're quiet, because I'm more like, I'm quiet at work. I really don't like.
I'm loud.
Like when you personally, like I'm mean all the time. But at work, I try to be very professional and very, you know, cognizant of what I do and say. But I'm learning too that people like that natural part of you to come out. You know, they like when my dad was like telling me like, well, Rich, you want to make sure that you're building a rapport with the people you work with. So that's what I'm working on right now. Like learning how to build that rapport. And Rylan's really good at that. Like you're really good at that. I'm learning still. Like I'm great personally building rapports, but like professionally, I need to work on it a little bit more. But Rylan, he's off the chain with that. So, but I think that's good because when you open up, what I'm learning, when you do open up to and you show them that vulnerable side, or you show them that real human side, people are more open to you. They're like, oh,
they're relatable.
Relatable. And you build that rapport, like find out about their families, find out about their hobbies, or life outside of work, or life outside of school. And then you're able to build that relationship, and they be like, oh, well, you're cool. Or, you know, you're like, do you think, oh, well, you're cool. So I think that's good, too, like you were saying, Rob. Building relationships, building rapport, and not being their best friend, but just giving, like, that's part of being a Christian, like, just touching people's lives in a positive way. You know, like, oh, well, you know, that was cool. How about this and this, whatever.
Well, I like what you're saying as far as being relatable. I think that's the biggest key to anything that you do. You have to be relatable. You know, if you're not relatable, because I think about Jesus. If Jesus would have came in and he would have truly looked like, you know, God on earth, he wouldn't be relatable. But when he was able to come in and be relatable to everybody around him, he was able to bring people, and people may say, man, look, he living the same life I'm living. So like he got on rags, I got on rags. Good, we in this thing together. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying.
I was born in the house.
But if you're not relatable, then it's real hard for people to open up, and it's always going to be that shield right there.
That wall.
That's that wall of difficultness. You know what I'm saying? But how you break it down is when you say, like, I'm be real with you, I've made more friends or associates but from just being myself and just saying, like, you know, I kind of like to observe a little bit, like, hey, man, you know, I like your shoes. And, you know, God, man, that Velcro makes them look real nice, you know? and they're like, hey, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I like the Velcro on your shoes. That's bad little. No, but at the end of the day, it's what? No, I'm a sneakerhead. So I say something about people's shoes, and I watch them. I'm like, hey, man, that looks smooth, something like that. And that's how we end up, we'll start talking, and then we'll find out that we got
a lot in common.
You're like, hey, man, hold on. Did you become my best friend? Yes. You want to do karate in the garage? Yes.
You so super Alpha. That's off of a movie.
Step brother.
Oh, you're funny. Okay, but you know, that's so true, right? And I love that. So when dealing with difficult people, try to keep that open mind, build that relationship, build rapport, and don't judge them too quickly because you don't know what's going on in their lives. And I know they don't know what's going on in your lives. And you're like, well, I'm going through stuff too. We all going through stuff.
Amen.
Yeah, that's true.
Relatable.
Be the bigger person. Love them anyway. Why not? Got nothing to lose with giving out love and compassion to people, right?
Well, I was going to say this. I remember back when my grandmother passed away. And I was dealing with that. And what happened was this. I remember I was talking to my students, and a lot of them they were kind of acting up a little bit, and I pulled a couple of them to the side. I was like, "What's going on? In your world? Like why are you acting like this? Because you normally don't act like this." Yeah. And they were like, "Well, they were talking about their family, and they were having difficult times at home, and a parent wasn't there, and things like that." So I opened up. I said, "Guys, let me be totally honest with you. My grandma just passed away. Not even like at that time. I think maybe it was a month." And I was like, "Did y'all know that?" No. I said, "Did I treat y'all indifferent?" No. And then I was like, "So what happens in your personal life doesn't mean it has to carry over to your professional life."
That's true.
So, but the key to what I'm saying is because once I said that, they were able to open up and they said, "Dang, coach is dealing with a lot more than what we ever thought."
Yeah.
And so now we're able to actually build a better rapport. So when I asked him to sit down, he said, "Yes, sir, let me sit down."
Yeah.
Because he's dealing with stuff, I'm dealing with stuff, but we can get through it together. And that's what I'm saying as far as being relatable. Yeah. And sometimes when somebody's going through something, it's okay to say, "Hey man, are you okay? Are you good? Do you need something?" But make sure your motives are authentic. Yeah. Don't say, "Hey, if you need something, give me the hit." Like, "Hey man," like, "Oh man, I was playing." No, I'm good. No, be authentic, man. Be there for somebody.
Or if you don't know what to say and it's a difficult situation, maybe get them a card. I'm big on that. Like, because sometimes I really don't know what to say. Sometimes, yeah, and I like hugs too. Yeah, and so I like to get like a card or something, and that can say more to them of better than what I can say sometimes in that moment. So yeah, I like that, Rob. That's really a good. Thank you for sharing that too. That's a good example. Also, we want to make sure we're not being defensive. You don't want to meet anger with anger. No. So sometimes I have difficult patients that I deal with, and I'm still learning how to deal with that and navigate that situation. But I'm learning that you don't want to. First of all, I don't believe in getting angry with people, and you have to keep it professional no matter what. Yeah, you have to keep it professional if you're the professional in the room. Mm-hmm. So, but if they're raising their voice or if they're doing something or they're reacting in a way that's negative, you can always make sure that you are in control. You're controlling your voice and your tone. Mm-hmm. You're not being defensive with them, and just try to get to the root of the problem. Yes. What I'm really learning is that, you're like, "Okay, ma'am, okay, sir, this is how you're feeling. Well, I can't help you if you're acting like this. Yes. And I want to help you, but I'm going to need for you to calm down and kind of lower your attitude, lower your voice so that I can help you and understand what's going on with you, So I'm learning that you have to learn how to navigate things and work with people that way too, because they may be coming at you a certain way because they're scared. A lot of people are scared of the dentist, and more people than you would think are really scared to come to the dentist. And you shouldn't be scared, because we just want to help you, improve your oral health. That's what we want to do. But a lot of people have that fear. They've had bad experiences, so they just come in already combative and ready to fight, and just like, but you say I need this, you say I need this. Like, okay, calm down. We want to help you, but you have to relax so I can help you. So learning how to just deal with difficult people and not be defensive or to try to defend yourself, but just kind of let them vent, let them get their emotions out, and then you respond in a way that you're sticking with the facts. You're not dealing with the emotional part of it, but okay, this is what they want, this is what they need, let me see if I can help them in this way, whatever. Yeah. So I think that's good too. I'm
thinking, just listen to what you're talking about, Dr. Rich. One thing I think about is the 3 C's. Check yourself, calm yourself, cool yourself. Okay, so and what I'm saying with that 3 C's, now let me explain that. So first you have to check yourself, understand that I'm not gonna come in and I'm not gonna focus on them, I'm gonna focus on the problem. Yeah. First check myself. I'm not gonna start off at a level 10, I'm gonna start at level 2.
Yes.
And all else fails, if I go to level 5, I'm good. Yeah. Alright? Because I hit 10 at 5. Now, next you have to calm yourself. Yeah. And when I say calm yourself, that's when you have to say, you know what? I'm not gonna go to 5. At the highest, I'm gonna go to 3. Yeah. And I'm gonna stay there, and I'm not gonna focus on them, I'm gonna focus on the problem. Yeah. The issue at hand, I will get that job done. Yeah. Okay? Now cool yourself. Now you just have to stay steady with it. I'm gonna stay breezy, baby. I'm gonna let everything happen. Sir, ma'am, this is the issue. We will get this done. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Period. Point blank.
And the situation's over. Yeah. And if they're still escalating after that, we're not saying that sometimes you do have to set boundaries and limits, with people. That meaning that you can't let them just talk to you any kind of way or be disrespectful.
Don't be a rug.
No, you can't be a rug. But it's a way to set a boundary respectfully. Mm-hmm. Don't be disrespectful to them, but set a boundary. Like, okay, but you're not going to speak to me in this manner. We're not going to do that. Or, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. That's why before we move forward. So it's a way to make sure that you're setting those proper boundaries and limits with people so that they don't get the wrong attitude or feel like they can just be disrespectful to you.
Yes.
Because we don't believe in people being disrespectful to you either. And also, if it gets to the point where it's just escalating too much and you've tried all these methods and the person is still being unreasonable, maybe it's time to get someone else to step in, whether it's a supervisor or a colleague, or even if it's between a customer or a patient. And so, maybe you're like, okay, well, I'll be right back. Let me step away for a moment. Let me grab someone else. Mm-hmm. And so that way, so that they can get someone else in on it, they can be a part of it. They can be a witness of what's going on. And sometimes if they move on to other people, especially if they're older and a little bit wiser and they've been in the business for longer, they know how to navigate people a little bit more and than us that are younger. So it's okay to accept that help and that wise counsel from people. And that's another thing. Make sure that you're getting advice from people who are older and wiser and who've been through it before. And then sometimes it could be the person that's your same age. Because I've learned a lot from Ryland,
from Dr. Rick.
And I learned a lot from Ryland and dealing with people, because he's been at his job longer than I was in school most of the time, so I've learned a lot from him dealing with the business aspect and dealing with people. So sometimes it can even be someone that's your age who just had more experience at the in the field than you have. So don't definitely be open to that and be humble enough to accept that help. And
one thing I like what you said, stepping away. Sometimes it's good to step away.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with somebody that's kind of difficult, it's okay to just say, you know what, let's revisit this later.
Yeah.
Later date. Let's just revisit this. Let me get my mind right. Hopefully get your mind right.
If you don't, I'll be ready for you the next time.
That's okay. God gonna get my mind right. Then I'm about to hop in the car and listen to the Bible. Again, we ain't gonna be playing. We ain't playing that. Yeah. Duck if you buck, boy, duck if you buck. No, we ain't playing that. No. We're going there. We're gonna listen to the Bible.
Just listen to Proverbs.
That's it.
They have some great little gems in Proverbs about just dealing with different situations in life. And all the Bible's good because it just gives, like you said, it gives you that clarity. It gives you the right spirit in dealing with people and guidance. Yeah, exactly, in dealing with people. So definitely do those things as well. And if it's something like personal going on at home and you need someone to intervene, you can maybe try a counselor or a minister at your church or someone professional who can help you with that. And I always want to try to go I like the spiritual route just because
I love the spiritual.
Because if people have that relationship with God, they can really help guide you in your life, in your relationships too. And also because
they're non-biased. They're not biased. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're dealing with Christ-like people, they will always be on the number one side, which is Christ. So they would look at everything as an even playing field. And right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
If it's right, yes, we're going to focus on being right, and we're going to focus on getting to the proper solution so that both sides are accommodated. Yeah. But if you're focusing in on, one side, or if you're wishy-washy, I hate talking to people that's wishy-washy, like, you got a point.
And they're just a yes person.
And it's just like, we're not getting anywhere because every time I say something that you like, you saying now, and you know what, let me find somebody else with some wise counseling that they can actually say, what would Christ. It takes away all the other foolishness that highly emotional answers. And well, I feel, it's not about how you feel right now.
No.
It's about figuring out what's the proper way to get the job done, and so that we can both get back on the same path.
And that's it.
And follow Christ. So
I love that. And also, we just want to say, reward yourself after you deal with a difficult person or difficult people. It's hard dealing with difficult people. So when you get through it and you're gonna be successful, don't run from it. Don't try to avoid it. Just know that God is with you. He's going to help guide you through the situation and help guide all of us through those situations. And when you're done, reward yourself. Treat yourself, because it's not easy.
Don't cheat yourself.
Right? Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Because, it's hard dealing with it. And you want to definitely reward yourself and be proud of yourself. And even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, it's okay. Because guess what? God's going to give you another opportunity to fight through it again and learn from it and grow from it. And that's what life is about. That's what we talk about a lot on this channel. Growing through it, growing through it, learning, keep processing, like Rob Mose always says. Stay processing. And don't be so hard on yourself. Just know that, okay, this happened. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to get better, and I'm going to be the best I can be for God and for everyone else.
How I feel, no loss is only learning.
Yeah, that's real. Someone said that.
We're learning.
Yeah.
Hey, I got wins and learning.
I like that. Right? No loss. We don't lose over here. We win over here.
We win.
I like it. So So thank you again for joining us on another conversation with Dr. Rich and
your boy Ramo.
Yes, and we hope to see you next time on another video, another conversation. Definitely leave comments, like, subscribe our videos, and share them. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.